Hello all, welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Sangeeta Gupta from Chaitanya Bharati Institute of Technology. Today I am going to drive you through the different types of blockchain that we can deal with based on the requirements of the user and based on the nature of the environment to be built. Different types of blockchain are available and can be used. So the types of blockchain, they are broadly divided into public blockchain, private blockchain, hybrid blockchain, and consortium blockchain. A public blockchain, it is also known as a permissionless blockchain. That means anyone can join this blockchain network without any prior permission, without any prior approval, and even without revealing their identity. Examples of public blockchain are Bitcoin and Litecoin. On the other hand, where security plays a prominent role, we have a private blockchain. A private blockchain is one where there is restriction on the participation of the user, there is restriction on the access provided to the user, and also there is restriction on the members of the organization who can be a part of this private blockchain network. Familiarly used private blockchain networks are multi-chain and various hyperledger projects such as Fabric and Sawtooth. Most of the private blockchains are also permissioned in nature. On the other hand, where we have a group of organizations aiming at a common approach and application to be developed, we can prefer a consortium blockchain network. Blockchain is owned and controlled by a group of organizations where the members of organizations are given access provisions as per their hierarchy to access different nodes and different hierarchical levels in the blockchain network. So R3 and Energy Web Foundation are the familiar examples. Now, let us dive deep into each of these blockchain networks. Coming to the first kind of blockchain, that is public blockchain, it is basically an open blockchain network, and here the users need not take any prior permission. They can join the network, they can contribute to the network, and they are free to even involve in the various activities that take part across the blockchain network. Here, in this blockchain network, the user is also given the right to read, write, and perform audit of the ongoing activities on the public blockchain network. Hence, it is said to be self-governed in nature, as there is no boss, there is no hierarchy to be followed. Also, the public blockchain network, it operates based on an incentive scheme that obviously encourages all the new participants to join the network and to keep the network agile. The point of view of a truly decentralized, democratized, and authority free operation is offered through a public blockchain network. However, there are certain difficulties due to which people prefer other variants of blockchain. So, the primary disadvantage or difficulty that people face while using the public blockchain network is heavy power consumption. That is, to maintain the distributed network, power consumption is excessively required. Also, the privacy and anonymity maintenance is another major issue. So, if we are preferring privacy, then better not to opt for a public blockchain. But if you are a developer and exploring a blockchain, then it is the best choice to get started with public blockchain. Also, the public blockchain is set to incorporate a consensus algorithm known as proof of work. Coming to the second category of blockchain, we have a private blockchain. Unlike public blockchain, in this one, the users does not have freedom to connect to the network without their identity verification, and also though they are connected, they cannot be assured to allow access to the entire network. Hence, a participant will be able to join such a private network only through an authentic and verified invitation. It is just like a student need to get their ID card verified to enter into an institution or college premises. Similarly, a user to get connected to the private blockchain, they need to get their identity verified. Also, permission is necessary either by the network operators or through a set of defined protocols as implemented by the network. Coming to the another broad category of blockchain, which is permission blockchain, where many of the people got confused between private and permission blockchain, but there is a thin line in between private and permission blockchain. So let's first understand what is a permission blockchain. It is something which allows for a mixed bag between both the public and private blockchains, and it also supports many customization options. The main feature provided by permission blockchain is the provision of an access control layer, which allows certain actions to be performed by certain identifiable participants. Here also, the individual's identity has to be verified and their hierarchy based access will be provided. And anyone who wanted to join the permission network need to get their identity verified. Also, the designated permissions will be allotted to the users to perform restricted set of activities onto the network. Hyperledger projects such as Hyperledger Fabric and Ripple, these are certain examples which support permission blockchain. On the other hand, we have consortium blockchain. So consortium, as we have already seen, it is where multiple organizations with similar interest wanted to connect into the blockchain network. So here we have the administrators organization wise to allow them to access into the consortium network. So these blockchains are typically used by educational organizations, banks, government organizations, etc. Coming to the last flavor of blockchain, which is a hybrid blockchain. So, this hybrid blockchain is a combination of both public and private blockchain. Be made publicly visible are developed using permissionless system, and the features which have to be hidden, which have to be maintained privately, are developed using permission network. In such way, hybrid blockchain network can be given. For example, in order to develop a college website, hybrid blockchain is the best choice. The options which are available and publicly visible to all fall under public nature of hybrid blockchain, and in order to provide access individually to the faculty details, student details of an educational organization, private blockchain will be incorporated. Hence, the features of both public and private blockchain are incorporated as a hybrid blockchain network. This enables the users to enhance the security feature and also the transparency features of blockchain network. So the example of such a blockchain is Dragon Chain. That is all for this video. See you again in the next video to understand more about the blockchain and its applications. Thank you. I request you to please like, subscribe and share my video.